Imagine this Virgin River's last season left you with questions that kept you awake at night. Will Mel finally find the peace she's been searching for? Can Jack truly leave his past behind? And what new twists could shake the quiet little town next? Fans everywhere are buzzing, theories are exploding online, and now, all eyes are on Season 7. But the biggest question we're asking today is, when will it arrive? Virgin River has a way of pulling us in with its small-town charm, heartfelt drama, and cliffhangers that refuse to let us go. Season 6 ended in a storm of emotion. Secrets were revealed, hearts were broken, and some characters were left standing at crossroads that could change their futures forever. Netflix gave us just enough drama to keep us hooked, but not enough answers to feel satisfied. That's the genius of Virgin River. It knows how to give fans warmth and heartbreak at the same time, leaving us desperate for more. Season after season. The show has grown from a quiet romance series into one of Netflix's most-watched dramas. What started as the story of a nurse looking for a fresh start has become a tale of love, family, healing, and survival set against the breathtaking backdrop of Northern California. It isn't just about Mel and Jack anymore, it's about a community where every character has a story and every episode reveals another layer of connection. That's why waiting for Season 7 feels like waiting to catch up with old friends. We know them, we care for them, and we can't help but wonder what's next. The end of Season 6 dropped multiple storylines that need resolution. Mel's personal journey took another turn, reminding us that her fight for happiness is far from over. Jack continued to battle his demons, but the question remains, can he truly build a stable life with Mel, or will the shadows of his past return to haunt him? Preacher found himself at a moral crossroads once again, and fans are already guessing how his choices will ripple through the community. And of course, the mystery surrounding Doc, Hope, and other beloved townsfolk has left everyone speculating about the future. These characters feel like part of our lives now, and Season 7 holds the answers to their unfinished stories. But Virgin River is not just about cliffhangers, it's about emotion. It's the warmth of a coffee shop conversation, the heartbreak of a lost chance at love, and the joy of finding family in unexpected places. That's why fans binge watch it the moment new episodes drop. And that's also why the wait between seasons feels endless. Because the show doesn't just entertain us, it comforts us. It gives us hope that even in the face of pain, healing is possible. Now, with Season 7 on the horizon, there's a powerful mix of excitement and impatience. Netflix hasn't given us an official release date yet, but if we look closely at the past, the production patterns, and the way the platform rolls out its most popular shows, we can start to predict when we'll be reunited with the Virgin River family. That's what makes this discussion so thrilling, piecing together the clues, diving into what we know, and preparing ourselves for what's to come. In this video, we'll explore 4 big areas fans can't stop talking about: the release date, predictions, the returning cast and possible new additions, the first glimpses of Season 7 through behind-the-scenes reveals, and the emotional themes that are already being teased. Each section will dig deeper, bringing you closer to understanding what the next chapter of Virgin River will look like. So as we begin, picture the quiet town once again. The rivers, the cabins, the small roads where stories unfold with every passing day. That place is waiting for us, and Season 7 will take us back there soon. The only question is how soon. That's where we start, by uncovering the release date predictions that could tell us exactly when our return to Virgin River might happen. One of the biggest questions burning in the minds of Virgin River fans is, when will Season 7 actually arrive on Netflix? The truth is, Netflix hasn't made an official announcement yet, but that doesn't mean we're left completely in the dark. If we look at the release pattern of previous seasons, study the production schedules, and consider Netflix's strategy for keeping audiences hooked, we can piece together a strong prediction. Let's start with history. Virgin River has released its seasons at different times, but there are patterns we can't ignore. Season 4 premiered in July 2022, while Season 5 rolled out in 2 parts, one in September 2023, and a holiday batch in November 2023. Season 6 meanwhile, carried that trend forward with a slightly longer wait, largely because of delays in the television industry last year. From this, it's clear that Netflix usually spaces out Virgin River seasons by about 12 to 14 months, depending on production hurdles. So what does that mean for season 7? Well, if filming wrapped up on schedule earlier this year, then a late 2025 release seems very likely. Netflix has always been careful with this show. They want to release it during months when viewers are craving warm, emotional stories. That's why late summer and early fall have often been prime windows. Fans are often looking for something cozy, something binge-worthy that makes them feel connected. Virgin River is perfect for that. So, the most realistic prediction is that Season 7 could hit screens between August and October 2025, but here's where things get even more interesting. Virgin River is no longer just a regular Netflix drama, it's one of their top-performing series. That means Netflix might experiment with the release format again. Remember how Season 5 came out in 2 parts? That wasn't just a creative decision, it was a strategy. Splitting the season allows Netflix to keep viewers engaged over several months, sparking conversations online and ensuring the series trends longer. Don't be surprised if Season 7 is released the same way, a main batch of episodes, followed by a special holiday release to capture the festive season. If that happens, fans might get the first half in September 2025 and a second part around November or December 2025. Another clue lies in interviews and social media activity. Several cast members have hinted that filming wraps smoothly, which means post-production is already underway. Editing, music, and final touches usually take about 6 to 8 months for a show like Virgin River. That timeline aligns perfectly with a late 2025 release. Netflix also loves to build hype by dropping teasers about 3 to 4 months before release. So, if we start seeing official trailers or behind-the-scenes reels around summer 2025, that will be a strong confirmation. We also have to consider Netflix's lineup competition. They often shuffle release dates to avoid clashing with other big shows. Virgin River, while massively popular, isn't dropped in the same window as blockbuster franchises like Stranger Things or The Witcher. Instead, it gets its own spotlight. That's why September is so appealing. It gives the show breathing room and lets it dominate the conversation for weeks. Of course, there's always the possibility of delays, unexpected setbacks in editing, marketing strategies, or even reshoots could push the release back. But based on how dedicated Netflix is to keeping Virgin River consistent, those chances seem low. Fans should prepare themselves for an official announcement by mid-2025, with the season arriving shortly after. So, if we had to lock in a prediction today, the safest bet is this: Virgin River Season 7 will likely premiere in September 2025, with a strong chance of Netflix splitting the episodes into 2 parts again. That means we might be watching new episodes in the fall, and then gathering around our screens once more during the holiday season for another heartwarming chapter. Think about it. The falling leaves, cozy blankets, a cup of coffee or tea, and the warm, emotional pull of Virgin River returning right on time to make the season feel complete. That's the experience Netflix wants to create, and that's the experience fans are waiting for. So, while we may not have an official release date yet, all the signs are pointing toward late 2025 as the moment will return to the rivers, cabins, and characters we love so much. The countdown has already begun in the hearts of fans everywhere. Asterisk, when it comes to Virgin River, the cast isn't just made up of actors. They're family to the fans. Every season, we don't just tune in for the plot twists, we tune in because we've grown attached to these faces, their struggles, and the lives they're building in the little town by the river. So, as we look ahead to Season 7, the question of who's returning and who might be leaving becomes just as exciting as the story itself. Let's begin with the heart of the series, Mel Monroe. Alexandra Breckenridge has carried this show with grace, and it's nearly impossible to imagine Virgin River without her. Every season has centered on her resilience, her heartbreak, and her ability to keep moving forward no matter what life throws at her. Fans will be happy to know that Alexandra has confirmed her commitment to Season 7. That means Mel's journey, both as a partner to Jack and as a woman balancing loss and hope, will continue. Expect her storyline to remain the emotional anchor of the new season. Next, there's Jack Sheridan, played by Martin Henderson. Jack's story has always been one of struggle, his battle with trauma, his fight for stability, and his longing for a future with Mel. Henderson has been vocal in interviews about how deeply he enjoys playing Jack, and there are no signs of him leaving the series anytime soon. For Season 7, fans are predicting that Jack's past may resurface again, testing his relationship and possibly leading to dramatic confrontations. Henderson's chemistry with Breckenridge is one of the pillars of Virgin River, so viewers can be assured that this duo will continue to take center stage. Then we have Doc Mullins and Hope, Tim Matheson and Annette O'Toole bring so much warmth and wisdom to their roles. But their storylines in recent seasons have taken emotional turns. Doc's health struggles have raised questions about how long his journey will continue, while Hope's recovery has been a slow but heartfelt process. Fans speculate that Season 7 could bring both closure and new beginnings for these two. They may not be as central as Mel and Jack, but they're the soul of the town, and their presence grounds the show in themes of endurance and community. Preacher, played by Colin Lawrence, has become one of the most complex characters on Virgin River. His protective instincts, his struggles with morality, and his relationships have made him both beloved and unpredictable. Rumors suggest that Season 7 could bring Preacher into even more dangerous situations, as some of his past choices may come back to haunt him. Colin Lawrence has confirmed his ongoing role, so fans can prepare for Preacher to continue walking the line between hero and survivor. Of course, Virgin River thrives on its supporting cast as well. Characters like Bree, Lizzie, Ricky, and Denny add layers of youth, romance, and conflict that keep the community feeling alive. Bree, played by Zibby Allen, has quickly become a fan favorite, and her storyline with Brady is expected to take new turns. Meanwhile, Lizzie's youthful energy and Ricky's journey in and out of Virgin River still hold promise for fresh drama in Season 7, but here's where things get even more exciting: new faces. Each season of Virgin River introduces at least one or two fresh characters to stir the pot. Whether it's a love interest, a rival, or someone with secrets that tie into the town's history, new arrivals are a guarantee. While Netflix hasn't confirmed any new cast members yet, speculation is strong that Season 7 will add at least one newcomer who could dramatically alter existing relationships. There have also been whispers of possible exits. Virgin River isn't afraid to write characters out, sometimes permanently, and fans are bracing themselves for the possibility that one or more beloved figures might say goodbye in Season 7, whether through heartbreak, relocation, or even tragedy. The show often reminds us that life in Virgin River is bittersweet. One of the most unique aspects of this cast is how much they engage with fans outside of the show. Social media posts, interviews, and even casual behind-the-scenes snapshots often drop hints about what's coming. For example, Alexandra Breckenridge has teased how emotional the next season will be, while Martin Henderson has hinted at big challenges for Jack. These small breadcrumbs keep fans speculating long before Netflix drops an official trailer. In short, Season 7 promises not just to bring back the characters we love, but to deepen their journeys, test their relationships, and possibly introduce new people to the mix. The cast of Virgin River has always been its greatest strength, and the blend of familiar faces and potential newcomers means Season 7 will be rich with drama, emotion, and connection. So, while the town itself is a character in its own right, it's the people, their love, their heartbreak, and their hope that keep us coming back. And in Season 7, that tradition isn't just continuing, it's about to grow stronger. There's something magical about the first sneak peeks of a new season. Even the smallest behind-the-scenes photo or the tiniest leak from the set can send Virgin River fans into a frenzy. And while Netflix has yet to drop an official trailer for Season 7, the first hints of what's to come are already starting to surface. These early glimpses may not give away the full picture, but they're enough to spark excitement, fuel theories, and remind us that our return to Virgin River is closer than it feels. The first kind of first look fans usually get is from the cast themselves. Alexandra Breckenridge, Martin Henderson, and several others have been known to share small teasers on social media like cozy set photos, glimpses of their wardrobe, or even simple captions that hint at the mood of upcoming storylines. A single Instagram story can send the fandom spiraling with speculation. For example, when Breckenridge recently posted about long filming days, fans instantly connected the dots and began guessing which dramatic scenes were being shot. These little windows into production aren't official trailers, but they're powerful. They remind us that Season 7 is actively in the works, and that our favorite characters are still living their lives even if we can't see them yet. Beyond social media, Netflix itself has a very calculated way of building hype. With Season 5, the streaming giant dropped early stills months before the release, showing Jack and Mel in emotional moments that instantly sparked conversation. Fans can expect the same for Season 7. Typically, Netflix begins its campaign about 3 to 4 months before the premiere. That means if our predictions about a fall 2025 release are accurate, we might see the first official stills or teaser clips around summer 2025, and knowing Virgin River's track record, those reveals will be designed to stir questions without giving clear answers. A single picture of Mel and Jack could raise 10 different theories about where their relationship stands. A shot of Preacher looking troubled could set the internet ablaze with guesses about his next moral dilemma. That's the beauty of a first look. It doesn't tell the whole story, but it invites us to imagine it. Another kind of early reveal comes from the set itself. The small-town atmosphere of Virgin River is filmed in British Columbia, and fans often catch glimpses of filming locations. Photos of cabins, cafes, or even riverfront scenes sometimes make their way online. These are unofficial, but they add another layer of anticipation. Seeing the familiar streets or landscapes instantly transports fans back to the world of Virgin River, reminding us that while seasons may end, the town itself keeps breathing and waiting for us to return. But what can we expect thematically from Season 7? The first looks may not spell it out, but they can give us clues. Virgin River thrives on contrasts: love and heartbreak, peace and turmoil, healing and loss. Every new season deepens those contrasts, and Season 7 will likely continue that tradition. From what the cast has hinted, this season is expected to be one of the most emotional yet, with storylines that push characters to make life-altering choices. The first looks might show joy, a wedding, a reunion, a smile between two lovers, but they could just as easily hint at heartbreak, such as a character leaving, a family torn apart, or a health crisis shaking the community. Fans also know to expect holiday magic. With previous seasons offering holiday specials, there's a strong chance Season 7 will carry that warmth forward. Imagine the first look being a snowy scene, twinkling lights around the town square, and characters gathering for a festive moment that promises hope even in the face of challenges. Virgin River has mastered the art of blending romance and seasonal beauty, and a holiday release teaser could be the emotional spark that keeps fans buzzing for weeks. As for the closing tease, here's what truly matters: Virgin River Season 7 isn't just another season, it's another chance to return to a world that feels like home. The first look reveals will remind us of the familiar, the characters, the small-town setting, the emotional beats, but they'll also promise the unknown. That's why fans can't wait, because every time we step back into Virgin River, we know we'll laugh, we'll cry, and we'll leave with more questions than answers. So, as you wait for Netflix to drop those first teasers, remember this: Virgin River thrives on mystery. The producers won't hand us everything on a silver platter. Instead, they'll show us just enough: a look, a smile, a moment that will leave us desperate to press play when the season finally arrives. Until then, the best we can do is keep speculating, keep sharing theories, and keep counting down the days. Because once that first trailer drops, the whole world of Virgin River will open its doors once again, and fans everywhere will rush inside.